Rose Obiga scrolls through her phone to show me the disturbing pictures of her brother, Patrick Obiga, lying in pain at International Hospital Kampala, where he was receiving medical treatment. On the 4th of August 2016, Obiga was knocked off his motorcycle by a speeding vehicle on his way home after a long day at work. Having been rushed to IHK unconscious, Obiga was immediately put under intensive care for the neuro-critical care to save his life. Little did the family members know that Obiga's medical bills would grow up to 38 million shillings for the period he was undergoing treatment, which is less than a month.
We appreciate the services of IHK, but the part of keeping patients hostage is not welcome. My brother is being kept there. Last night he jumped out of the bed. We as a family say we shall pay the bills. We have not at any point refused to pay the bills. But now we cannot afford the conditions. The conditions are so stringent.
According to the family members, Obiga was meant to be discharged last week, but until today he remains incarcerated at the hospital. Reason being that the family has failed to fully clear his huge medical bill of over 38 million shillings, which unfortunately keeps on accumulating. His family has managed to raise 20 million shillings, but until the remaining 18 million shillings is cleared, the hospital has vowed not to release Obiga.
Within a month, if we can pay 20 million, now again they want us to pay another 20 million, 20 and plus. Where do we find this money?
Obiga's family, which is currently perturbed, has rushed to the courts of law to seek for medical justice on the grounds of whether private hospitals have the authority to detain patients who fail to clear their medical bills after treatment. International Hospital Kampala has been sued and served with summons. The communications officer for the International Hospital Kampala, Brenda Narima, admits that they are still holding Obiga until the family makes special commitments to clear the bill. Narima says that in the recent past, IHK has incurred numerous losses because of the defaulting patients.
We just want some sort of commitment to say that we will eventually have the bill cleared. We're not expecting them to clear the entire bill. We fully appreciate their position. So we were quite surprised when the first I heard of the family members going down the legal route was when I actually received calls from media houses. We did not know anything of this because we were having very different discussions with some of the family members.
Human rights activist from Center for Health, Human Rights and Development said that it's abuse of human rights for hospitals to detain patients.
In the law, there is no provision in the law that permits any person to detain anyone or imprison anyone because they demand them money.
The Director for Public Health at KCCA, Dr. David Seruka, also says that the hospital's move is illegal, but urges the patient's family to sit down with the hospital administration and agree on ways of clearing the medical bills. Seruka says that hospitals too cannot continue incurring these losses because there are businesses which survive on profit. As the argument of whether IHK's detention of patients is legal or not hits up in the public, only time will tell whether government will intervene and regulate practices of private health service providers to recover their cost without subjecting patients to incarceration.
The cost of treating a patient in critical condition, especially emergency cases, usually does not come at the top of the agenda, but rather saving a life comes first. However, after all this is done, the patient has to clear the medical bills. For the poor, the ordeal of being stranded in the hospital, like Patrick Obiga, is witnessed. Juliet Namuwaya, Urban TV.